I'm holding a book in my hand. It is called Everything You've Been Taught is Wrong, Fact, Fiction, and Lies in American History by James W. Loewen. So in this book it says, Introduction. You will get the most from this course by reading or listening to Professor Loewen's book, Lies My Teacher Told Me, Everything Your American History Text Got Wrong. So if you were to go to your local library, you could pick up a copy of the audio booklet if you don't feel like reading the whole book. So within that book are many facts about American and world history to which most people have simply never been exposed. Nationalist history by textbook authors and the descendants or biographers of the famous and infamous have given history students a very skewed vision of our true history, indeed, the true history of mankind. This course is designed to enlighten and encourage you to consider the factual basis of many of our most cherished yet glossed over stories and the real-life characters who populate them, from archaeological misinformation to investigations into the nature of modern public policy. Professor Loewen challenges you to consider the history of what was rather than what has been told by standard teaching methods and textbooks. This is history revealed. This is history as it was made, not as it is usually taught by well-meaning but misdirected teachers. Go back in time and recover what has been lost. The historical truth helps to make sense of our present circumstances as Americans and of our future as world citizens. So I really like that when he mentions archaeological misinformation, because we know that from the scriptures Cain went and built cities, and it says that he built monuments. So I thought you might think that is interesting. So right here, recurring themes throughout these lectures. Don't trust what you learned in school from historical sites, markers, or monuments. Check it out. I like this because it gives us the idea of like the different manuscripts or the different writings that we have in our time, like the most treasured amongst a group of people that believe in KJV only, don't believe that there's any mistakes in their KJV Bible, King James Version, but they've never done any research to see what was whitewashed or what was taken out or added. They just take it as a monument that is perfect. So, as he says here, monuments need to be checked out in historical sites and markers because not everything in them are true. History is a process of deliberate forgetting. Over time, history becomes simpler and less accurate. Needs and patterns of thought from the present get projected backwards onto the past, influencing what we see and how we see it. America's position as the world's dominant superpower invites us to be ethnocentristic. In addition, we have a deeply ingrained Eurocentrism. So ethnocentristic is conforming people to particular cultural patterns, and Eurocentrism is the belief that white people have done everything in history that's important. There is a heroification. There is a heroification process that turns real people into perfect, unblemished characters, like Columbus, or George Washington, or Thomas Jefferson, or any of these guys. Terminology problems, which we discussed in a couple videos about how they do that. Should we say Native Americans, Native American Indians, American Indians? What exactly does the term discover mean in relation to our history? So, I hope that you found this interesting. And as I said, there's certain monuments that have been written that need